Hello. What I'm doing today is designing the image that I want to cut onto some wood. We're using the Dremel tool. So what my thoughts are is similar to how I do my paper cuts, is on a thin piece of wood, use the Dremel and carve through the wood, so it's a very thin piece, so that you can see right through. And then I'm going to mount it onto a frame, and into the frame behind it I'm going to put a light or maybe some fairy lights and light it up from behind. This is my thoughts anyway, and I think it will look really pretty, but it's all got to be joined together so that when I cut it, it all stands up together and it stays joined rather than cutting pieces out. So I have to be very careful that when I design it, all the pieces are connected somehow, so that it cuts properly, and I don't lose little pieces. What else I might do is try and cut it onto a solid piece of wood, so sort of engrave it into the wood onto a solid piece so that it can go on the wall mounted as a picture, and then I could maybe paint into the engraved area, so I will see how that goes. I've just been having a practice using the engraving tool, you can see here on the wood, before I do my project, because I'm not sure what wood I need. So I've got really thin balsa wood, which I've been having a play on, and I've got some much thicker plywood here. So I'm just going to have a little go on the balsa wood. Pop that down here. What I want to have for my project is a thin enough wood that I can either go through or that can be quite thin behind, but the balsa wood's not very good. It splits and it's quite fibrous, so I'm not overly happy with that. But this plywood is so thick that it will take me, well, I don't know that I'd ever get through it. It's incredibly thick, so I have to go and find some more wood. But I've been having a go at some freestyle drawings on here, and I'll show you how I've been getting on. Which, as you can see, is not massively successful because of the grain in the wood. Just tends to throw it off a little bit. It's alright once you get going and you can get these really deep grooves into the wood, so I need to find some wood which is not as thin as the balsa wood, but definitely not as thick as the plywood. Okay, what I'm doing here is cutting out one of the little beach houses for my light. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. I've got a template here which I've cut out. There's the other one here, this is what I cut them out of. And then I've just used spray mount to stick it onto the wood. And then I drill a few little holes, sort of guide holes, and then I join them together. I've got this attachment on the end, so we'll see how we go. So here I've got the middle section, which I've just taken out here. I'm going to use another attachment just to neaten up the edges. My little beach hut light, which is here. Check this out, we've got a little light that goes in it. So I've cut out all the lines and then I've marked on the detail using it, using the tool rather. And then I've got a little light here which I just click on. I'm not sure if you can see inside there, there's a little base that I made. Turn the light off. So it's far more impressive in the dark. And you can see the little light there.